What's up guys, Sawyer here with Utah Airguns. Today we have a pretty cool video for you. We are going to be just building out to the nines an FX Impact M4. It's an M4 22 sniper in the new copper color. So we're just going to be going over the stuff that I would put on, why I'm putting it on, and what is compatible with the new M4. There's obviously some differences between this and the M3, which might affect compatibility with aftermarket parts, but we're just going to take you through that, the why we're doing it, and yeah, it should be a pretty cool video. So let's go grab some parts for it. Alright guys, we got all of our parts pulled that we're going to put on this M4. I made a little style call and I went with black parts to contrast the copper because I did kind of a similar thing on my personal M3 and I thought it looked super cool, so I want to see what it looks like with the copper of the M4. I'm going to set this down and we're just going to go through all the parts that we picked to go on the M4. So starting off, picked a new moderator. This is an Impulse Air moderator. We shoot a lot of these. I shoot these on my personal guns. They're extremely well built, made in Idaho. Idaho's awesome. Very quiet, and we just like them. They shoot really well, and they've been really good to us, so we run their stuff a lot. Now getting into the bigger hardware. We've got our Air Marksman backbone rail. So I like the long rail because you just have the option to run a thermal or night vision clip-on, because shooting air guns at animals in the dark is probably the funnest thing you can do with an air gun. And we also went over that slight little modification that you need to do to make the current generation of backbone rails fit on the M4.
All right guys, Landry here with Air Marksman. We're gonna go over the backbone installation with the new Impact M4. We have the new front block, which as you see is going to interfere slightly with the existing backbones. This is only the old generation backbones. There is a modification coming, so all the new ones will work with the M4 and back compatible. But we'll show you how you can get this backbone to work with the M4. So we got the part set up in the mill here, and what we're gonna do is just remove 50 thousandths of material on the front of the backbone to make way for that little step that's on the new front barrel support. Okay, so this is the modification we had to make to clear the new M4 block. Any gun here at Utah Airguns that we're putting together, we will do this for you. You see how much material needs to be removed. If you're brave and want to do it at home with a Dremel tool or a file, you could also make those same clearances yourself on the backbone rail.
But yeah, the backbone rail, it has quite a few benefits. Even though one of the updates that they did to the M4 was the magnet detent right there. They fixed that over the M3 because on the M3s, it didn't, if you like slid it forward, your bolt would just kind of slide forward and you could double feed, stuff like that. But that was one of the things that the backbone rail fixed on the M3s with this little ball detent. It would kind of keep the hammer or keep the bolt locked back, but they fixed that with the M4. So that was one of the benefits. It still adds to that, still keeps it a very positive locked back to the rear bolt. But yeah, it adds 30 MOA, which gives you a lot more elevation, you know, because air rifles aren't the flattest shooting guns out there, so you need that extra elevation. And it just looks really cool to have a super long rail on there. So that is the Air Marksman backbone. That's why I went with that. Now, moving on to Loki rail. I opened that box really stupid. So the Air Marksman Loki rail. We go with this for a lot of reasons. One of the main reasons is the full-length ARCA. So me personally, when I'm going hunting, shooting, or anything, a tripod is essential. It's a guaranteed, super stable shooting position, and I want to be able to lock my rifle into a solid tripod. and the Loki rail gives you a lot of real estate for the Arca rail. It also gives me options to run anything M-lock, so if I have a pick attached bipod, I can throw a quick like Magpul pick rail on here and run a pick bipod. It gives us 2 sling swivels, like flush cups or QD mounts for slings, 2 more slots of M-locks on the side if you're going to be running, you know, some kind of illuminator or a laser or whatever. And it also protects your bottle, so it kind of cages in the whole bottom of the bottle, which I think is huge because it's a lot of pressure. You don't want to chip or scratch your bottle and deteriorate the lifespan of it. But yeah, the Loki rail is super solid, and again, it's very aesthetically pleasing. It looks awesome. So that's why we went with that. And then moving on to our scope. We chose an Element Nexus Gen 2. This is one of my favorite scopes. I've got one of these on my Impact M3, and I also have one on one of my centerfire rifles that I shot in a NRL Hunter match, and it did fantastic. It tracks perfectly, the clicks are very positive, the zeroing system, the turret system is awesome, it's toolless, but just great glass, good magnification range. They're just fantastic scopes, and they don't really break the bank. That said, they are expensive, but I will always tell people to save and get the nicer glass. I've never had any people that I've recommended good glass to come back and say, I really hate you for telling me to buy that. Like, I regret buying that. I regret saving the extra $1,000 to buy the nice scope. You will never ever regret buying nice glass. So just save a little bit and buy the nice glass. With that said, let's put all this stuff on the M4. I'm really excited to see the contrast of the black and the copper. So we got the M4 all built out. We threw the Element scope on there. We did switch the rings. The Element rings that I chose were still a little too short. I thought they'd be tall enough, so we switched to some FX No Limits rings. But yeah, we got the Loki rail on. We got our Impulse moderator. But just look out for this gun in some future videos we're gonna do. We're gonna show tuning it, we're gonna show hunting with it, we're gonna shoot some ballistics gel with it. It's just gonna be in pretty much every future video. But yeah, let us know what you think of how we built out this M4. I know it's pretty similar to our other M3 builds, but they've just been, like, that build has just been so proven, and we really like it. So we just want to see how it look on the M4. Aesthetically, I think it looks awesome with the copper and the black. But don't forget to like, comment, and share the video. Let us know what you want to see next, and we'll see you guys on the next one.